I'm going to move to plate sketch 3, SKT-3, and move to the second problem on this sheet and practice what we've talked about in putting a sketch together. I'm simply going to take the illustration here and draw it down here. And of course, reading the directions, it says refer to corner A as the starting corner, transfer the measurements with one grid of the given drawing over here equal to one grid down here. And that instantly means that my new sketch is going to be twice as large as the old sketch. Lay out the construction lines for the rounded ends first. So we have two rounded ends. Well, here's how I'm going to do it. I'm going to lay this object out, and to do that I'm going to count my grids and lightly sketch it in, then I'll put my finished lines on it. Now, from one end to the other end, from here to here, it's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21 grids. So I'm going to come down here to A. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. And with that, I'm going to put me a little corner in. The height, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'll make a little mark there. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So with that, I have lightly drawn where the object is going to go. Now, if I want to draw my rounded ends, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 3, 4, 5, and I'm going to go to the other end, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I now know, where my two center points are going to be. And they'll also be the center point for the circle and for the rounded end. Now, I know that half of a circle goes all the way around to here. So for this end, what I need will be very lightly the diagonal, and then I'll need the short diagonal, it's got to go to here. Then visually from here to here, I can say that's about halfway, and that should be halfway. Now with that, I'm even going to lightly draw mine in to begin with. I'm going to move to the other end. Here's my large diagonal, and notice everything is very light. So I'm going to mark halfway. Now I know what my curves look like. And again, everything is laid out with light construction lines. From the center point to the notch, 1, 2, 3, 4, and it's 1, 2, 3 wide. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3 wide. It's 2 deep. And when I have one side done, I can simply project to the top. Now, I'm going to go ahead and draw these curves in over my construction lines. Oops. Grab another pencil. And I'll draw the top, side, bottom, and the general shape is now sketched in. We have a problem over here. I don't like to erase unless it's just absolutely necessary. Whoops. But we'll bring that back in and make it look a little bit better. The next item I would suggest, let's go to the two circles here. 1, 2 is the radius on each side. 1, 2. So with that, I'm actually going to draw a very, very light box for each one. And just like we did on the sheet on sketching, I'll continue my diagonals to the corners. I'll put my short diagonals in very lightly. And once those short diagonals are in, I'll mark where the circle should be. And I'm ready to draw that circle in on each side. Now that I have a target, only two things left. I need to add the hidden lines and also the center lines. I'm going to add the center lines first, and I'm going to add those to emphasize that the circle and the rounded end have the same center point. But my center line starts past the rounded end. It starts past the rounded end. There's a gap. My center mark, my other center line, and on this side it's only going to go past the circle. Same thing on this side. It's going to go past the rounded end. Right here's the point of tangency where the circle or the curve ends, the arc ends, and the straight line begins. So there are my center lines. The last thing I need to do, I'll come back and add my hidden lines. They're one grid over on each side. And notice that they're not perfect. The goal is consistency and generally straight. And that's what it looks like when it's completed.